This is the Satin Lounge. We have the right. Amen. The gay rights anthem for 2013 by tonight's guest joining us for Pillow Talk. She exemplifies the very essence of diversity. She's a rock pop singer-songwriter out of New York with a brand new self-entitled EP. And as you just heard, also wrote this year's gay rights anthem. Here tonight, celebrating diversity and equality and creativity. Satin Lounge, please help me welcome indie singer-songwriter Samia. Hello.
Hi, Kia. Your radio voice is just making me all at Twitter right now.
Well, thank you for that. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
It's our pleasure. You are from New York, as I mentioned. Is that correct? Was that right?
I live in New York, but like many New Yorkers, I'm not from New York. I was actually born in Germany and raised on a military base in Seoul, Korea.
Wow. Didn't see that coming. Okay.
Yeah, where are you from is a major conversation starter with me.
Well, so that explains how the reason that you're so involved in culture, because you've probably been everywhere as a military.
Been a few places, not everywhere yet. I still need to hit Europe.
Yeah, you need to go to Europe too. Well, I do too, as quiet as it's kept. International fans, make some room for both myself and Samia, okay? We're coming.
Awesome.
You know, well, since you're in New York right now, everyone knows it's the land of diversity. That's what I call it.
Oh, yeah.
So many different cultures and ethnicities and sexual orientations, and a place that has legally given same-sex marriages the right to love. What was the process in creating the single, We Have the Right? Why is it so important for you to do that song?
Well, you know, I've always been a huge gay rights supporter, obviously, because I'm queer myself. So it's always been important to me. And I don't know what inspired it, but this chorus of this song just sort of sprang fully formed in my head, and I knew immediately what it was about. And then the next thought that came was, I have to get this ready for Pride this year. Yeah. I have to do it. Yeah. You know, I've always, I don't know about you, but like I've always kind of kicked myself for focusing so much on my career that I let things like political activism fall by the wayside. And the opportunity to combine those two passions, you know, you have to take that when it comes to you. So I finished writing the song, and I asked my sister Ashley Jana, who's a wonderful, accomplished dance pop producer, to, you know, help out with the melody and help me make it really catchy and hooky so that, you know, it would appeal to people. And, you know, I put my team together. We decided we were gonna go ahead and record it, release it for Pride. And then I wanted to make a music video for it. Thought I should just get a video editor with talent to put together some stock news footage, you know, chronicling the gay rights movement into the marriage equality debate. A friend of mine, Kasky Hunsater, got in touch with me, and he was like, I'd like to do it, but why don't we just make a music video, like a real music video? And I hadn't even thought about that. And he jumped on board. You know, all these volunteers came forward on barely any budget. We made a music video, and we made a song.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Matter of fact, Satin Lounge, you can check it out at thesatinlounge.com. We're featuring the video. It's really cool to see how everyone comes together, especially the message of the song itself. I think that you could go ahead and add activism to your list of qualities.
You know, and that's what I want. Ideally, as a musician, you want your music to say something that's important and authentic to who you are, and to make the world a better place. That's what it's about.
That is.
Impact people's lives positively.
And using your craft to do so.
This song is not actually on my debut EP. This is an extra song that we made, and at this point, it's the song that I'm proudest of everything I've done musically in my life thus far. I'm proudest of this song. We want everybody to have it. We will be accepting donations. And if you go to the website, samiamusic.com, there's a place to give a donation if you choose. But if you just want the song, it's there for everybody to have for free.
Excellent. So it's something that you need to add to your collection of incredibly creative and important topical music, Satin Lounge. Go to samiamusic.com and download your copy. You're pretty creative in the sense of how you express yourself. Wanted to talk to you about this band that you're in and your new EP. Your style, how would you describe it to someone who's never heard your music?
It's pop rock, edging more towards rock, and then there's some soul and blues influences in different songs.
There's definitely soul and blues.
Yeah.
I was actually watching some of your YouTube clips, and you have a lot of passion. Your music has actually been described as, well, actually your voice, I should say, has been described as the female Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. They say, no, seriously, I read this. And your passionate performances were, reminiscent of Tina Turner and Freddie Mercury from Queen.
Oh,
and
so kind.
I would add even theatrical influences. I mean, you remind me of Idina Menzel from Wicked and Eden Espinosa from Rent. You have that theatrical, dramatic thing going on that I really like. Who are some of your musical influences?
I mean, everybody you just mentioned. Mm-hmm. All of those, Steven Tyler, Freddie Mercury, Tina Turner. I would include Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Definitely Idina and Eden. I've actually met Eden several times. She's lovely. So talented.
And hot.
And hot. And yeah, it's all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan.
Right.
I love her. Mm-hmm. These ladies. Ella Fitzgerald. I mean, going way back old school, she definitely has an influence on my phrasing. And
mm-hmm.
these are my heroes. These women and men who have put their souls,
mm-hmm.
out there for the world to see for decades and built these incredible careers out of them. I find it so inspiring to think of any of those people.
And they have pioneered the way, and you as a queer artist are also doing your part in pioneering the way for other artists to be bold in their messages. I'm really interested in how quickly things are happening for you. You haven't been with your band for very long, and you're already in the spotlight dropping an EP. Can you tell me how all this came together for you? It's been, less than a year?
Less than a year, yeah. It's crazy.
Wow.
I've been in New York for just over 5 years now, mm-hmm. and I was doing a lot of backup singing gigs and paying the bills with voiceover stuff.
Mm-hmm,
I make all of my living on my voice, and
that's a wonderful accomplishment of his own,
Thank you. I mean, it started back in Korea. I started doing voiceovers when I was really young,
mm-hmm.
and I just got to the point where I realized that every creative outlet I had was structured by other people, and that I didn't have. I had this growing yearning to be able to make my own structures, mm-hmm. and to make my own outlet. I started realizing that I had all these songs inside of me and all of these things to say, and that I wanted to dress how I wanted to dress, and sing how I wanted to sing. And it just got so frustrating that after a while, I had no choice. I had to start my own band. Yeah. And by the time I got to that point, I had established myself a little bit in New York City and was able, practically to do it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I'm the kind of person, when I decide to do something, I throw myself in on the freight train. I go full speed ahead.
We can kind of pick that up. Samia goes for it. Yeah.
That's just how I've always been. So, I decided I was going to make a big splash. I convinced this band that I'd been singing backup in for years to let me open for them at one of the best venues in New York City, the Brooklyn Bowl. Mm-hmm. And, it was an auspicious way to start a project. Not too many bands get to debut at a venue that's that big and, mm-hmm. and well-known. Mm-hmm. And from there, doors kept opening, and those doors opened other doors. And, I knew we had to make an EP. We needed recording. So I was just like, let's do it.
Right. Self-entitled EP. And so they keep up with you at samiamusic.com. That's the official website, yes?
Mm-hmm. That's the place to go for all the info. We're on all the social media that it's all linked to from samiamusic.com.